Sure. Hi. So my name is Kirill, and I'm from Russia, St. Petersburg. I'm 23 years old, and I've just recently graduated, and I've majored in international relations. And I got my master's degree from Shanghai International Studies University in China. So I've lived in China for a couple of years now, and this whole idea of an NGO interested in people, peacefully coexisting and living in different cultures got me interested. So that's why I'm here. I think, as all things in the universe should be balanced, that also should be balanced. So sometimes, there could be some reaction from the society if, from some of the classes or layers of the society, when there is no sort of a borderline where things get sort of, according to some people, too diverse, and there's this erosion of the original culture of the country. Then it's when the nationalism starts to surge. But of course, myself, I'm all for diversity, and I think it's a great thing that the world is generally trying to move in that direction. So as I've said before, I've lived for 2 years now, almost 2 years in Shanghai, and China itself is not that diverse, but big cities are getting better at it. And for instance, Shanghai is a good example because it's like a melting pot of cultures. So there are people from all over the globe there. So lots of Russians like myself, lots of Americans, lots of Europeans, Koreans, Japanese, and people, coexist there. People become friends, and they sort of live in that society and try to create some sort of community there. And all in all, I'd say it pretty much works out. So yeah, that's my 5 cents on it. I think sometimes there are, definitely. It's just that because most of the people are used to nation states and are used to this monocultures. Not every country is like that, but many countries are like that, and therefore this creates some obstacles in the way of diversity. Yeah, so as I've said before, this has to be a gradual process. So for instance, when waves of migration hit some countries that are not ready for them, then that's when things get complicated, and there is anger and there's anxiety. But I think if this process is gradual, then it's possible to overcome these obstacles step by step.